Good morning, it's Tim and Amy with Go With Less. Today we're on our way from Reims, France to Metz, France on Flixbus number 5. Thanks for watching.
So this has been our little Airbnb in Reims, France. We found that we've been pronouncing it wrong the entire time, of course. Anyway, we really enjoyed our time here. However, it was very hot. So it was super hot last night. There aren't any fans, and the Wi-Fi, I think what we found, at least here, is that you have like a certain monthly allotment of Wi-Fi. She ran out of it by the time we got here, so we were on like dial-up speed on Wi-Fi. So I had said this might be my favorite Airbnb. If I had internet and wasn't so hot, it probably would be. And it was super charming, and the hostess was wonderful. But we're gonna give a quick tour. So here we have this nice little fireplace. This is a studio. We've already shown our outside view in past videos, so we're not gonna show that because we're heading out now. Actually, take a picture of look at the ceiling. The ceiling's real pretty. So it's super charming. The space was really nice. We're in a World War I era building up on the second floor. And here's our kitchen. So we have made some breakfast. So you see our things sitting out, cleaned up for breakfast. We've had a lot of our meals, our breakfasts out here on the balcony. Very nice little balcony. And a cute shower and bathroom situation. I don't think French people are as big as Americans because this shower would be hard for a lot of Americans, I think, to fit into. So we enjoyed it. We're on our way to another city, to charming city number 2, Metz.
Metz.
The trams of the train are designed to look like a champagne flute since we are in Champagne territory.
Hi, we just arrived in Metz, France. So we came on the Flixbus here from Reims, France, and we were very excited to be here. So we had to tote our bags to the bus station in Reims, and we had to tote our bags when we got here about 0.7 miles from the bus stop to our Airbnb here in Metz. And so we're excited to be in our new spot.
And it's hot.
It is hot. It's very hot outside. So in the 80s, but it seems hotter than that. So it's
very sunny.
It is very sunny. Our last place didn't have air conditioning. This place doesn't have air conditioning either. However, Amy asked when we showed up if they happened to have a fan, and sure enough they did. They had to go, I think, dig it out of their closet.
Because no one's ever been hot here before.
Right. Apparently not.
Just Americans.
We are thrilled to have the fan. So we're going to show you around the space here. And this space comes with a few amenities that our last place didn't. So it has a washer and a dryer that are actually combined into one unit. So we get to wash our clothes. So excited about that. And also it's just a little bigger space. And just walking in, it was cooler than our last home that we were in, our last Airbnb back in Reims. So we're going to show you around. So this is our living space. I'm going to get out of the way here.
Yeah. We probably won't be hanging out too much in the living space, but we will make some breakfast.
This is our kitchen with a
nice big space for us.
Stovetop, a fridge, an oven.
There's our washer dryer.
Microwave, a sink, and there's our washer dryer, including some soap. That was nice to have.
Yes, including laundry soap.
Yeah. Here's the bathroom. We're gonna show you a bit of the bathroom.
Apparently, we're gonna get the floor soaking wet. So you see it's a half
squeegee / mop.
Yeah, half shower door. That's a normal thing that we're finding. So the bathroom is often soaked. Okay. Our fan.
Our amazing fan. Woohoo! And then this is our bed. And I think also, by the way, this bed. So something that we've noticed here. Amy and I, back in the States, if we stay in a place that has a full-size bed, we're sharing that bed. It's typically not big enough. A full-size bed means something different here. This
they call
bed
it a double.
Quite
is the
a bit
problem.
bigger.
They call it a double, but I think a double just means it's for 2 people. It could be a double, a queen, a king. But it's just one size is the same as double.
That's right. And so this is quite a bit bigger bed than what we would call a double at home.
So it should be really dark and maybe really quiet.
Yeah, we're going to run this air thing all night long. So we're going to be comfortable.
We might sleep till 4 p.m.
Yep, so this is our space. One last thing. I don't think I mentioned this, but this place is about $75 a night. So that's what we're paying to be here.
2 nights. See you soon.
Well, all right, there you have it. There's our day going from Reims to Metz. So I have to make a confession. So Amy left me in charge of figuring out how to get to our bus stops. It's a train station, so but we're getting on the bus at the train station. It's about 4 miles from our Airbnb to the bus stop. And so I went on Google Maps and found a route using the public transportation option on Google Maps. Unfortunately, Google Maps only showed me one option. It happened to be the wrong option. It was the one for the train, not the tram, that goes out to the train station. And so that option said, I only come every 2 hours or something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, this is Sunday, so maybe it's unusual. So we get there, we're 3 hours early. I understood it was going to be early, but I think that the tram runs about every 20 minutes. So I got us there about 3 hours early. So my apologies, Amy, for getting us there so early. And I guess something to know about Google Maps, obviously, is that oftentimes for public transportation, it'll give you one option. Oftentimes it'll give you 0 options. Oftentimes it gives you all the options. Well, in this case, it was only one and it was the wrong one.
Yeah. So the funny thing is we had 3 hours to kill at the airport. We had very poor internet at
airport,
our
bus stop.
The bus stop / train station.
/ airport.
Not the airport. And we had Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. We had really poor Wi-Fi at our Airbnb, so it was nice to have those 3 hours to get some work done. Yeah, and the kind of cool thing is that there was a bullet train that sped through the station for 3 seconds. It happened about 15 times in that 3 hours. So it was really cool because we'd count 1, 2, 3, it's gone. And here's what we realized is that in our 3 hours, when you take the 15 or so bullet trains times 3 seconds, that was 45 seconds of excitement in 3 hours. But some train stations have decent food and amenities. This one wasn't one of those. Ugh. Yeah, we had basically a 7-Eleven type sandwich at a newsstand. Worse, I'm gonna go with worse than. And so and it had really like stale bread, which in France is no. So that was our lunch. On the bus ride, which was only supposed to be like a almost 3-hour bus ride. We had a 30-minute stop at a rest stop that had all kinds of I don't know, we couldn't understand because the Flixbus was only in German and in French, so we thought we had like 5 minutes of like run to the bathroom and run back. We had like half an hour, so we were standing at the bus door for like 25 minutes, like let us in. But we spent $8 on stupid
water
stuff
and potato chips
and like a prefab like cone that was it was not worth it. No. But sometimes we're normal people. And then we came to town. You saw the Airbnb in our Metz place, which is going to be real nice. Yeah, and so what we did is we went out for Indian food for dinner tonight. That cost us €27, which is just a little over $30. That takes up a big chunk of our $40 budget, especially when we only started with a couple bucks today, less than $10. So we are starting tomorrow with $3 for our whole day tomorrow. Obviously, that's not going to work. We are digging ourselves out of our hole.
Something that we realized when we showed up in town also is that this is our second Sunday. I don't know if it's the second or third. Anyway, this is... We've been in Europe for at least 4 Sundays. 4 Sundays. Maybe 5. So in Germany, we experienced the same thing as we experienced in France, is that a lot of places are closed on Sunday.
Grocery stores,
so we had limited options when it came to when we showed up, and the places we were hoping to eat at were closed.
Yeah, so we did find something good. It was a mile away. We were not shy about the walk, so that was great. And we enjoyed our meal. And I want to chat for just a second about tomorrow. Metz is a town, how old is it?
3,000 years plus
Over 3,000 years old is the town of Metz. Have you ever heard of Metz? I would love to know. Please put in the comments. Have you ever heard of Metz, France? We hadn't. And so my parents mentioned, this is a charming town. Tim found out, so I'm like, oh, how big are these towns? I did a search on the biggest towns of France. Turns out that 3 of the 4 charming towns are 3 of the largest 20 towns.
These are pretty big places. They have 100,000 plus people, so they're not tiny.
They're charming compared to Paris, but they're smaller compared to Paris. And they are charming.
They're small.
And so as we can wrap this up, tomorrow we're going to be discovering Metz. So please tune in. Good night.
Good night.